Yo, mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. A microphone checker, microphone checker. Microphone check, microphone checker. Mic checker, microphone checker. Where are my people at? Cheer. Where are my people at? Sharice, what up? What up? What up? Tootie, what up? What up? What up? What up? My moderators in the building. All the moderators, 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 all the moderators. Put your tools up. Ah, what's up? Can y'all hear me? Microphone check. Tisha, what up? Tisha, can y'all hear me? Microphone check. Microphone check. Karma, I'll fix that. There was something that went down last time, and I had to disable a lot of people that wasn't here at the time. So I'll fix that after the live. I meant to fix that for you once I saw you again. I didn't see you last time. So I had to disable a lot of the moderators that weren't here in order to fix an issue I had. But I will fix that back for you for the next time. What's up? What up, y'all? Tootie, Miss Char, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yesenia, what's up? All my moderators be on the lookout now, cause I ain't playing today. We got a hell of a show. So the moment I see something, anybody sees something, the first person that act like they talking sideways, you can give them one. You can give them one chance. But we ain't gonna be like the GOAT Bill Clinton and give you three chances tonight. You get two strikes. After the first strike, be on the lookout. When the second strike come, they're gone. So make sure you remove them, all my moderators. No nonsense. What up? Elisa, what up? Hi, Yesenia. Last time they was trying to come for my girl. All right, Sharice, good looking. Miss Char, good looking. What's up, y'all? We got some things to talk about. Your boy Heaven Hollywood, the Heaven Hollywood experience. So, you know what we came here to do. And everybody's talking about it, man. It dropped today. The post dropped. You had heard about it. Everybody was talking about it, saying she got a song with 6ix9ine. A lot of people was just waiting to hear. But today the post came out and let you know she got a song coming out Friday, Trolls, with 6ix9ine. And I just have to admit that this time around when she dropped Fifi, everybody was for it. They were saying, okay, Nicki doing a song with a rapper who's not as known, and a rapper who's kind of hot, and gave him that mainstream look. Nicki Minaj, don't get it twisted, was the first one to give 6ix9ine a mainstream look. That might be the only mainstream look he has. And the song went to number 2. Should have been number 1. Let's be clear, as Jay-Z says. Let's be clear. That song was number 1, but they robbed it. And they later admitted that, oh, you know what? Sorry, Nicki Minaj. That song was actually number one. We tallied it wrong. Sorry. But we can't go back and recount now. So Travis Scott and Sicko Mode is still number one due to all the merch that they sold on top of it. They did the same thing to Nicki with the album. When they retallied everything, they said, "Oh, if it wasn't for the merch, she would have had number one." So she actually had the number one album, but we've already announced it as number two. So sorry, Nicki. Thank you, Sharice. So, but when she dropped Fee Fee, everybody said, "Okay." And the song, I'm not gonna lie, the song, I it grew on me. I didn't like it at first, but it was very catchy and it grew on me. And of course, with Nicki Minaj on the record, you know what's gonna happen. You know the verses are gonna be fire, right? So it grew on me. Hit the like button coming through the door, please. So they'll know that you're real. They know that we're not paying for views and stuff like that. So hit the like button coming through the door. But my question is, this song, when it dropped, Nicki Minaj is not getting the reception that she got when they dropped Fifi. And I'm not just talking about from Nicki haters. I'm talking about from Nicki fans. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. I agree, Brooklyn. So I'm talking about even Perry fans. Live wives in the building. Is Live Wife in here? Yes. Live Wife's in the building. No nonsense, holding it down. Thank you. Shout out to all the family. Nikita, holding it down. Chunky, holding it down. So I'm noticing even from Nicki fans, I'm not getting the same feeling. Let me go on the first. Now this is the first video on YouTube. You know, somebody, you know they're gonna come. Once the song drops, you know the videos are gonna come. But I have to give a shout out to I forgot her name. It's on YouTube. And it says Nicki fans not here for her new song with 6ix9ine. Now, I'm gonna attempt to share the screen here really quick just to let people hear this video. Um if you cannot hear it when I share the screen, please let me know. But this is the first video I've seen so far. This is the first video I've seen so far. And like I said, everybody knows I'm not, I don't need to go over my history with Nicki Minaj. Um I when people say, "Oh, well, do you know Nicki?" No, I don't. I'm not gonna say I know Nicki Minaj, but I've met her more than a few times. I've been in a studio setting with her, with my boy, who was actually good friends of her growing up in the neighborhood. So it's kind of like a sixth degree to Nicki Minaj type thing, you know. So right before she went into the studio and laid down the give it up, pop, mother riding on the pop, rim, rim, give that salt all on that rim, 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 rim tray. And no, there's no tray. Actually, the day that she was going to go lay them vocals down, she was in the studio earlier practicing. I was in the studio for that session. Do you think you can buy me a bottle of rose? So that's how far it goes back. And if you ever meet Nicki Minaj and you mention the twins, what's up, Joanne B. Savage? If you ever mention the twins, you'll know she'll say, the twins from Linden Boulevard? She'll know exactly who you're talking about. Well, those were my boys. So I'm going to attempt to share. Now, when this word came out, I figured at least Nicki Minaj fans would hold her down. And do apologize, my eyes tearing. It always seems to do this once I come online. Um, so I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna attempt to share the screen. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know whether you hear this or not. Hold on. I'm sharing audio. Sharing Chrome tab. Okay.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Let's get straight
Can
on to
y'all hear
it.
that?
Well, they said Nicki Minaj was going to meet up with Six
Let me
Nine
know. Can you
to
hear
do a
that?
song with him, but nobody really knew for real until now. 6ix9ine posted the fan art of him and Nicki Minaj, and many people
Can
saw it,
y'all hear
and
that?
it got posted all
Okay.
over the blogs. Now, this is not the first time Nicki Minaj has worked with 6ix9ine. They had a major hit song called Fifi before he went away that had 870 million views on YouTube. And when she did this video with 6ix9ine, people was not here for it. They liked the song in the video, but they didn't like that she collaborated with 6ix9ine. Now, people and her fans are definitely not here for her collaborating with 6ix9ine, especially after he just has been released from the big house for basically snitching on whoever to get out, and he cooperated and they let him out early. Now, if he didn't tell, he would have been facing years. Now, after these news came out, Nicki Minaj posted on her Instagram a caption and two pictures with 6ix9ine. They did a video to their new song called Trolls that's dropping this week. As soon as she posted it, nothing but people disappointed in Nicki Minaj, calling her desperate, she is canceled, all kind of stuff, just dragging Nicki. Even her fans was not defending this, telling her, come on, Nicki, we love you, but this ain't it. Leave a comment down below if you think this video will do good like Gooba and Fifi. I know it will get a lot of views because it's him and Nicki Minaj, and people are going to be interested in watching it, whether they like them or not. Y'all see how many views Gooba got. First, people drag Akon for working with him. Now they dragging Nicki way worse, saying she will support anything. Look at who she married. She just as sick too. That's what a lot of people were saying. She knows this would sell. That's why she is doing it. A lot of people thought it would be.
Now, hold on. Yeah. So that's basically it. So now, let me grant you that is a Nicki fan. She's not a Nicki hater. She is totally reading what she's saying. She's totally reading what she's saying because I was seeing the same thing. And I was like, man, I didn't think it'd be that bad. So this is the question. Nicki is still out there trying to make music. And we all know when Nicki gets on a feature, she's gonna kill it. I mean, there's no question about her skills on the mic. It's never been a question. She's never gonna lose that. Okay? She's never gonna lose that. But right now, this dude has been removed from Billboard. We're at a time where we're in the middle of protests, and he's considered. I know what he is. He's mixed or he's whatever, but he's considered a white dude. Let's just be clear. He's considered a white dude, and he's always nigga this, nigga that, nigga this, nigga that. Everybody's heard him. During this time that people are trying to pull together, do we really want to hear a 6ix9ine song? That's the whole thing. Does anybody really want to hear 6ix9ine during what's happening right now? What's up, Chrissy? But if you say only fans can play in the kids, that could be true. But you have to remember, Nicki has a lot of fans that are young. That's still her fan base. I know everybody that's complaining is not young. I don't particularly love this. I'm not young. I'm definitely not young. I don't particularly love this. But you see, I'm not one of those Nicki Minaj fans that just support anything that she does. I call it straight down the middle. If I think it's a dumb move, I'm gonna let you know it's a dumb move. I still love you. I still fuck with you. I'm gonna still, once it drops, I'm gonna watch it. Maybe once, maybe twice. The only reason, let's be honest, the only reason I watched Gooba was for Orange and Red. That's all. But I watched it. So now when this video comes out, I'm gonna watch it to hear Nicki's verse and to see if she's pregnant, like people say. All right. But I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love the idea because number one, it really can't help it. Now listen, people say, "Oh, well, Nicki's canceled anyway." No, no, but if Nicki is still out there making music, she obviously must think that she can make her way back. And let's be honest, Nicki has started to work her way back. A combination of reasons why. Reason number one is because of what she said in that record. Whenever she goes away, the rap game is boring. That's why I continuously call her the Floyd Mayweather of female rap. You can't wait till they leave, and then once they're gone, you can't keep their name out your damn mouth. Just like Floyd in boxing. That is the perfect name. She is the Floyd Mayweather of female rap. They couldn't wait until she was gone. I can't wait till Nikki's out of here. Oh, I'm so tired of her. Oh, this, that, and the other. But as soon as she leaves, oh, where your girl Nikki at? They called themselves canceling her for Cardi B. Cardi B took the game by the horns for the first year and a half, but the last year and some change, Cardi's been absolutely invisible. No, she might be satisfied being a one hit wonder. She might be satisfied with one album and out. We'll see when her new music drops. But a combination of lawsuits and rants online and a couple of not so flattering public appearances, you know, the fashion week and what have you, then they started saying, made people look for someone else. So then they went and got Megan Thee Stallion. And Megan Thee Stallion, yes, she has the skills. She has the skills. But let's be honest. She's not she doesn't have the personality of a Cardi B. She doesn't. She doesn't have the queen sophistication of a Nicki Minaj. She don't have the skills. She's got skills. She don't have the cachet and the suave of Nicki Minaj. She just doesn't carry herself like a queen. She doesn't. And all the Megan fans can say I'm hating on Megan. I'm not hating on Megan. I'm just calling it like it is. A queen doesn't, isn't pissy drunk on the dance floor, falling all over the place. That's not a queen. A queen isn't, see 3 days in a row with three different men. I don't care whether you're single or not. In the same day, grinding on two different men the same day. You're going down on the dance floor simulating oral sex. That's not what queens don't do stuff like that. So when people started seeing these things, all of a sudden they said, "Oh man, it don't look like she's going to replace Nicki neither. Let's check on Cardi. Is Cardi ready? Oh my God, her last two singles, now she's come back to life. In the middle of a lawsuit, everybody's suing her, everybody's putting her on blast for writing her music, and she's not giving credit. She's getting features, you know, released from her album, people dropping out of features. She went and did a video for press, put all this money into it. Atlantic spent all this money on the press video. It hit the charts and then did a nosedive. They said, God, dog it. What now? And then people started gravitating back to the Five Flow Dynamo again. Now, with Nicki collaborating with Meg the Stallion and then getting her number one collaborating with Doja Cat, and then all the videos resurfacing saying, you know what? She did pay them homage. This was all a facade. Maybe Nicki Minaj isn't that bad. She's obviously the most talented one left. She's got the pizzazz. She's got the cachet. She can go toe to toe with dudes. She's been on records with dudes and have the best verse on the record. And she's done it more than once. Let's not act like it's just Monster. Nicki Minaj has had the better verse, and she's been on plenty of records with dudes. And she's had the better verse. So um, the thing is, people started to slowly gravitate back towards her after the Meg collaboration. Oh, okay, so she doesn't feel that way. She doesn't treat female rappers funny. And then because the queen title was not taken and nobody was taking the title, she was right there opening. On records with ASAP. Ferg had a better verse than him. She's on the record that had Two Chains and Big Sean and all them on it. She had the best verse on that record as well. So they started to gravitate back towards Nicki. And now this, right after 6ix9ine pretty much canceled his own self. Here's a guy that just got out of jail for snitching. Yeah, I know the whole story. Yeah, everybody would have did the same thing, but they didn't. But they didn't. You can't say everybody would have did the same thing. Bobby Shmurda didn't snitch. Bobby Shmurda did his time like a man. He didn't snitch. When Bobby Shmurda comes home, he needs to have 2 million in the life. That's somebody who needs to have 2 million in the life. Bobby Shmurda did not snitch. He snitched by mistake on record. What up, Giants? And we can't have more than one queen. I don't understand why we have to continue going over that. We can't have more than one queen. Is there more than one queen per queendom? Huh? No. Why is that? Because there's not more than because you can't have more than one queen. Who's the queen right now? We don't have two. You can't have more than one queen. So see, but canceling Kanye West was a little different. Kanye West did something morally against that black people considered cancel worthy. Kanye West didn't go and snitch people out in jail. Kanye West isn't, you know, let's be honest. That video shoot, 6ix9ine could have got Nicki killed. It's obvious that those shots were meant for him. After you find out everything you found out that happened in court, everybody is against him. Chief Keef has a big fan base in California. I always believed that those shots were from Chief Keef clique. Chief Keef has a big fan base in California. You know he could have got Nicki Minaj killed. Do people forget that? Do people forget that? If Nicki Minaj had a showed up to that video shoot, thank God she was fashionably late, like Nicki will be. Nicki always is. She was fashionably late. Do you know if Nicki Minaj would have got to that video shoot earlier, she could have been hit by a bullet? Do y'all remember that? And I'm sure that and that shot that went through that room, that's because it was, and I will continue to say this, I have no proof. I'm just going on gut instinct and how suckers work. And 6ix9ine is a sucker. And this is how suckers work. What people don't know or may have forgotten. The bullets that went through that room, that was supposed to be 6ix9ine's dressing room. But just out of the blue, at the last moment, 6ix9ine changed his mind and took another dressing room and gave that dressing room to Nicki Minaj. Does he know that people were going to shoot through it? Maybe not, but I definitely know he knew people were after him. So just think about that for a second. Let that sink in. He changes his mind and takes the other dressing room and gives that dressing room to Nicki Minaj. Now imagine if Nicki Minaj would got hit by a bullet. Let that sink in. He knew people were after him. Now I'm sure he didn't mean to try to set Nicki up, but you know what he said? If they do happen to shoot through there, I ain't gonna be in there. Maybe he meant for Kanye to take it, and Nicki showed up before Kanye, or Kanye showed up and said, "Nah, I don't want this one. I'll take the one in the back. Nicki can have this one. This is the one in the front dressing room. Nicki can have this room, and she can change in here. We can set this room up for her." And that's the room the bullets came flying through first. So that's the things that you have to think about. On top of that, this dude, no matter what work she does with him, it's not going to get recognized. She's not going to get a number one. It's always proven. This song, Gooba, what streamed more than that? What streamed more than that the first 3 days on the charts? And he didn't get a number one. Why? They're not going to allow him to get a number one. And now they already let Nicki, they got Nicki a number one. They were already pissed at Doja Cat for that anyway. Because once Doja Cat added Nicki to the record, it was pretty much too late then. By that time, you're not going to be able to stop the momentum. You can't even fool with the numbers quick enough because they didn't give them enough time. They finally got her off the record, but it was a week too late. Trust me, they were trying their best to get Nicki off that record. They didn't want her to have a number one. Right after she got that number one, the next week, that stuff about Doja Cat came out as a little payback. How dare you put her on the record when we told you we were done with her? And now here we had this BITCH buried, and here you come meddling in our business. We got something for you. Get these black people on your ass. That's how it works. That's how it works. Now we're going to see if Doja Cat recovers. Let's see what her next song does. So I believe that now I'm not saying that Nicki could have outbid the elites. If they're done with you, they're done with you. But they had a reason to keep her around a little while longer to either Cardi drops again and they see what happens with her. I think Meg The Stallion already had her push. I just don't think Meg The Stallion is I just don't think she got what it takes to be the queen of hip hop. Right. It made the Billboard 100, but when she just came out and got that number one, a lot of people saying, "Okay, here we go. This is the next Nicki. This is going to be the one. She's going to be on the chart. She's going to be hitting, top 10 every single." But a lot of black people, a lot of, especially since she got with Nicki Minaj, a lot of black people backed Doja Cat. Plus, she was mixed. Can you imagine? Doja Cat caught a break. Can you imagine if those things had been released a week later when George Floyd was killed? Can you imagine if what would have happened to Doja Cat? She would have never been forgiven. She caught a break. She caught a break. She is lucky. If those had been found out and exposed as George as this dude had his knee on George Floyd's neck, Doja Cat would have never recovered. She really caught a break. She caught a break. So as far as Nicki Minaj goes, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, it doesn't matter. They canceled her anyway. Or it doesn't matter. They're going to talk about her anyway. But I'm saying as far as Nicki's legacy goes, you're going to now be on a record with a dude who has been accused of being, accused of sexual assault. He's been in jail. He snitched in front of the whole world, whether it was the right thing to do or not, whether other people would have done it or not. It didn't happen to other people, so they can always sit there and lie and say, "I would have never did it." because it didn't happen to them. So of course they can lie and say, I just would have took it. Even though we all know 90% of the people would have did the same thing he did. Especially 90% of the people 24 years of age or 22, however old he was. So I see some people saying at this point they don't think she cares how risky it is. Maybe that's true. Maybe she doesn't care. But we'll be able to tell if she cares by if she makes comments and starts trying to say, oh, it's the Nicki hate train or whatever once the record drops and she gets the reaction. If Nicki doesn't care about what people think and what uh the critics think and what the fans think and what the haters think, then I should see no response from her whatsoever when this record drops. I hope she is preparing for what she's going to see, and that's going to be a ton of dislikes. Yes, a ton of likes because she has a fan base. A ton of likes, but it's going to be a ton of dislikes. I guarantee you. Okay, I guarantee you that video will probably get in total about 50 million views. I guarantee you it's close to a million dislikes. That's a lot. I'll be willing to guarantee you it's going to get close to a million dislikes. And I just think that at Nikki's point in her career, okay, she's just you want to finish strong. The lasting impression you want to leave is, you know what? Yeah, they canceled me because of this, that, and the other, but I went out strong. I got a number 1 record. That was the last record I dropped for a while, or the last mainstream. If I'm Nicki Minaj, that would have been it for me. I would have said the last record I was on that charted was a number 1. So how you like them apples? And then I would have went into what Beyonce knows is doing. You see, Beyonce knows and Jay Z, they see ahead. They see that she's not as popular as she once was. They see all the talk that they never really saw before. They see all the hate that they never really saw before. Beyonce's always had haters, but she's got a lot of haters now, way more than I've ever seen. And her last 2 records went wood. So what they're saying is, you know what? Before they kick us out, we're going to remove ourselves. We're going to remove ourselves. We'll come back and wrap up Nicki a little later. But I'm telling you right now, hold on. Hold it. Hold it. All right. Okay, I got it backwards. Sheesh, come on, man. Okay. Don't want it to scroll. Okay, I don't want it to scroll. Anyway, hold on, guys. Ticker, and then this chick right here. I don't want to end the ticker. Scroll across the bottom. No. Okay. So, according to multiple sources, Beyonce Knowles is about to ink a deal with Disney that's going to bring her close to $100 million when it's all said and done. It's a few projects, from what I understand, that consists of voiceovers. No, she is not starring in the films. It's not that. Thank you, Jimmy Ace. I appreciate my brother. She's not starring in the films, but I'm hearing it's going to be some voiceover work, meaning she's going to be doing the voices of certain characters, and of course, some soundtrack work. I don't think she is, as of right now, slated. Also, Black Panther, I'm hearing she's going to do some work on. As of right now, I don't see her being slated as acting in none of them. Thank you, Jesus. 'Cause everybody knows that woman can't act her way out of a paper bag. But she is staying in her lane as far as music and movies go. And Karma is a good point. How did she get this? Well, I'll tell you how she got this. All right. I'll tell you how she got it. The president of Disney is very close to Clive Davis. Clive Davis just crowned Beyonce 2 years ago the queen of music. I have to look up the guy's name, but I just saw him in a picture with Clive Davis recently. And I heard he even might be a little on the, as Fred Sanford used to say. So, and it's not Miley's uh godfather, because Miley's godfather is no he retired from that position. I think it was year four last. He might even be vice president or what have you. So I believe that is a way that he got that position because of Clive Davis. And Clive Davis said, "What can she do? She's the queen of music. She she'll make good on it, do the voiceovers, do the soundtrack, everything else." And I believe that's how she got it. Clive Davis probably inked the deal for her. She still garnishes attention. She's become very pulverizing. Okay? She's very pulverizing. Okay, so that is a reason for putting her there. She's a pulverizing figure right now. And sometimes, what we've come to now is the time where it is they're not caring about talent. They're not caring about whether she's a good actress. Beyonce to me don't even sound good on voiceovers because she can't lose that damn that Houston twang. She can't lose it. So she can never be convincing in a role because she just sounds like Beyonce. And you leave there saying, "Oh, Beyonce killed it." Look at Beyonce. Beyonce told that girl, "You think I'm crazy? I'll show you crazy." You don't leave there saying the character name that she played. You leave there saying Beyonce. No matter what role she plays, you don't you see it. She played Etta James, I believe it was, and people still left there. Beyonce, her Beyonce. They never said Etta James. So the reason why she would get this deal, if it is true, now I see that Fat Boy Jason Lee tried to report that they denied it. I saw that nowhere else. So if I didn't see that anywhere else, Fat Boy, I'm not taking your word for it. I didn't read anywhere else that any of Beyonce's team denied this. Only from Fat Boy Jason Lee. I'm not taking his word for anything. If I see it that come from somewhere else, okay, then I'll say, oh, okay, it's not true. But he been known to put things out there just because he wants to try to be the first person or the only person that got something different. So as far as I know, I did my little research, made my couple of phone calls just to see right before this show, just to see if they anybody put out a denial. I don't really think they're gonna deny she's getting $100 million. Anybody would deny that. It's definitely not gonna be from Beyonce's team. It may be from Disney. Disney might deny that they're giving her that contract if they start seeing that they're facing backlash. Because you know the people from Lions King or the Lions King fans are gonna be like, you haven't had enough of this broad? You're gonna give her $100 million and come let her come to the screen and torture us some more with that damn voice? You're gonna torture us some more? So Disney might deny it, but I don't think nobody on the Beyonce team is gonna deny she's getting $100 million. I don't see that happening. But the question is, does she deserve $100 million? Beyonce, if she's just doing voiceovers and soundtrack and you're not going to get her on the screen, would you be here for it? Would you be here for it? Let's say she's not acting. She's just doing somebody's voice. She's doing some voices. You don't have to be a great actress to do a voiceover. Are you here for it? No, I see. See another no. I see a hell no. Oh man. Voiceover was terrible for Lion King. Like I said, I haven't even seen it. I wasn't going to attempt to see it. I know how her voice is, and the movie with Idris Elba, that could have been such a sexy role. Oh man, that could have been such a sexy role for her. You know, if they had, Angela Bassett playing that role, or you want somebody a little younger for Idris Elba, give me Sanaa Lathan in that spot. Man, Sanaa would have killed that. So Taraji, I mean, yeah, she would have killed it acting wise, but I'm gonna be honest with you, and people get mad at me when I say this. You know, Taraji to me is not that easy on the eyes. And Baby Boy, I loved her. I thought she was cute in Baby Boy. I think she was, she was. I thought she was cute in Baby Boy. But Taraji, I'd much rather look at Gabby Union than Taraji. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd much rather look at Gabrielle Union any day of the week. And Gabrielle can play a crazy woman. Could you imagine Gabby answering that phone? You in my house? Oh, around my child. Mm, interesting. Oh, you think you're crazy? Perfect. Oh man, that whole movie would have took a turn totally left if that was Gabby Union. That would have been. I would have loved her in that spot. I would have loved her in that spot. But this is kind of the smoking mirrors that you get when you're married to Jay Z, and they're just not going to admit that they're done. They're not going to admit that their time is past. They're not going to do it. So this is what you get when you're a Jay Z. When you're married to Jay Z, right? But I'm not here for it. To me, she's just not $100 million voiceover actress. She's not $100 million actress. She's not. She's just not. She's not an actress. She's not an actress. Never has been. Never will be, in my opinion. Somebody asked me earlier when I guess they saw a post on they sent me a post with a reality star with I believe it was Cynthia Bailey, I think her last name is. And Cynthia Bailey was looked as though she was throwing up the Baphomet. Or she had like how they have the women doing it slick with the three fingers down, whatever. And then they said somebody sent me that picture, said, "Have even reality stars? Even reality stars are in it?" And I said, "You know what? I'm going to bring that up because a lot of people ask, they say, if they're throwing it up, then that means how are they in the Illuminati?" And from she's on the Housewives of Atlanta. And the answer to that is reality stars can be in the Illuminati if you're profitable, if you're Kim Kardashian, if you're uh the other chick from Bethany Frankel, if you're someone like that. But from the Real Housewives and Love and Hip Hop, what have you, when they take those photo ops, when they're taking photo shoots and they're on these shows and they're in there throwing it up, they're not throwing it up for themselves. They are throwing it up for their company. They're throwing it up for their company. And if you're on VH1 and you're representing this show and the president of that company is down with the Illuminati, You're throwing it up. That don't mean that they're in it. That don't mean that she sold her soul, but the company she's represented is in bed with the elites. So that is how that works. Can reality stars be an Illuminati? Yes. Yes, they can be. Black China, well, Black China is not really a reality star. If Black China, she has to keep up that mansion. And word has it that Black China is rolling around in the sack with some of these executives. Why do you think she's able to stay in that mansion? I mean, for someone like Black China and what they say her cash flow is, Black China has got a huge house. Her house is bigger than Nicki Minaj's, and I know she don't got as much money as Nicki got. I know she don't have as much money as Nicki got. But you seen her house? I said, wait a minute, Black China owns this house, and she lives here by herself. That net worth ain't matching up to that house she got. Yes, Nia Long did criticize her, criticize Beyonce's. She did say something about Beyonce's acting years ago. They invited, I'm telling you, they invited Black China to the Oscars because that was her invitation in. She's been trying to get in. And if you are mingling and laying with one of these executive producers, you know what I'm saying? Black China wants to be in Hollywood. That's why she's staying in this lawsuit with the Kardashians. She's trying to entwine herself with the Kardashians somehow. She does not want to let go. If the Kardashians came to her tomorrow and said, "You know what? Let's drop the whole thing. You get come back in the family. Why don't you and Rob get back together?" Black China would drop everything and get right back with Rob Kardashian because she wants that life. She wants to be in that life, and she wants to be entwined with their name. You see, she kind of distanced herself from Amber Rose because Amber Rose is canceling herself out of that talk. People don't realize how big Amber Rose could have been. And Amber Rose doesn't realize how big she could have been coming off that relationship with Kanye West. She never ever ever realized how big she could have been. And Black China tied herself to Amber because she figured, hey, Amber's got a show coming out. You know, Amber's got a lot of respect. A lot of white people mess with her. She's got a modeling. She had two modeling contracts with two different big agencies. And then Amber just let it all go by the waysides. You know, with the slut walk, with the dealing with dudes way below her pay rate, slutting herself out, dealing with people like 21 Savage and all these 12th men on the bench basketball players. Everybody said, nah, she's nobody special. And Black China, as you see, distanced herself from Amber Rose. But Black China is up in there with them elites. Amber Rose won't be seen with the elites. She'll think it's going to ruin her reputation because she's down with the urban crowd. But Black China don't care. Black China is going to go. You don't see Amber getting invited to the Oscars. That's one of them executives that invited Black China to the Oscars. One of these executives she's over there popping off with behind the scenes. So she got this Baphomet tattoo just to let them know. Now you watch the next photo shoot. You watch the next photo shoot she gets. If she keeps doing what she's doing, you watch the next photo shoot Amber Black China gets. I predict that if she continues throwing it up, continues being down with the Baphomet, I'm going to predict that she's going to win a settlement. She's not going to win the suit against the Kardashians. Okay, she's not going to win the suit. But what's going to happen is they're just going to get tired of wasting their time, and they're going to say, "All right, give her $100,000 to pay for her lawyer fees at least, and at least she breaks even with the lawyer fees, and then we'll just call it a day." Because she's not going to win the suit. There's no way she's going to win the lawsuit because she just don't have the money and she don't have the receipts to prove that the Kardashians did anything to her except took away a show that she no longer deserved because she was no longer with their brother. Now everybody wants Black China. Oh, just beat the Kardashians. I don't care. But that's not the way it works. The Kardashians shouldn't have to pay Black China because they didn't do anything wrong. Kim and Chris didn't do anything wrong. They took away the show because the show was called China and Rob. But China broke up with Rob. So if there's no China and Rob, there's no show. So Black China, I expect her. As you already see her skin's getting lighter, she's already creaming or whatever. The next thing I expect her to do is take out them ass implants. Her ass was already, a good size before she did all that. I expect her to take out those implants like Drea did with her booty. I expect Black China to take them implants, at least knock them down some. You dealing with them white boys, they don't like all that. But a reality star can most definitely be in the Illuminati, without a doubt. People say, "Oh yeah, well, who's in the Illuminati?" Like CW, who's in the Illuminati? Shout out to my boy CW Young. That's something he would ask. Really quickly, I'm gonna go over this quickly because I had a lot of questions on it, especially with the election coming up soon. Everybody has their guy, or say they have their guy, or say they're for this guy or that guy. And I've always stressed, I'm a little older than a lot of you in here. But this week I got something and they said, somebody DM me and said, "You can't give me one good thing about Bill Clinton. Well, I said, I'll give you more than one good thing. And I said, let me ask you a question. What makes a good president to you? Let me ask everybody out there. And you could give me your own answer. What makes a good president, in your opinion? I'm going to look for answers, and then I'm going to tell you what I say makes a good president. And I'm going to tell you why William Jefferson Clinton is the GOAT. What makes a good president to you? Morals and well management of economics. Okay? So, economic wise, he's the best there ever was. So, if it's economic wise, here on Bill Clinton's economic policies, how he created a decade of prosperity. First, raised taxes on the rich. Okay? The omnibus budget reconciliation of 1993 was his first budget that he came in the door with. The Deficit Reduction Act raised the top income tax rate from 28% to 36% for those earning more than $115,000 a year, and 39.6% for income tax over 250,000. It increased the corporate income tax from 34% to 36%. So he started taxing the rich, the ones who can afford it. Okay? The man came and turned around a deficit in the United States. When he took office in 1993, a lot of you probably weren't even born. A lot of you probably knew absolutely nothing about what was going on. You were probably three, four, five, six, seven. So you probably saw him on television, but you had absolutely no idea how good you had it. He came in the door with a deficit of about $125 billion in the red. He was 100. George Bush said, "Here you go, Bill, $125 billion in the red." And you know what William Jefferson Clinton did with that $125 billion in the red? He turned it into $225 billion in the green when he left. So everyone that was kids and had a pretty good childhood, had a pretty good life growing up, you can thank William Jefferson Clinton for that. Since William Jefferson Clinton has left the White House in 2001, you know where our country has went from number 1 in economics down, down. He handed the country over to George W. Bush, and George W. Bush ran the country into shit. He handed over the country to Barack Obama, right? And Barack Obama handed it over to Donald Trump, also at a deficit. And when Donald Trump ends, probably, hopefully this year, he also will hand this country over to the next president in a huge deficit. Okay? Unemployment dropped from 7.5% to 4%. More than 18.6 million new jobs was created, more than any other president ever in the United States. Let that sink in. Let it sink in. See, I don't deal with people telling me how many jobs the United States has, like the current president we have. I'm creating jobs, the most jobs ever created. This is the best the country's ever had. I'm creating jobs every day that Barack Obama couldn't do. See, all he cares about is Obama. He don't care about nobody else. All he cares about is Obama. That Obama administration couldn't do. I got more. I'm creating more jobs than Steve Jobs got in his name. I'm brother. I don't give a damn about what you talking about. I don't care about talk. I don't care about opinion. All I care about is facts and stats. That ends all arguments. 18.6 million new jobs more than any other president. Unemployment dropped from 7.5 to 4%, more drop than any other president. Home ownership was 67.7%, the highest rate ever recorded. Everybody had a house. My parents bought houses, two houses in 8 years. Two houses in 8 years. Two. Two. Not one. Two homes in 8 years. The budget deficit dropped from 290 billion to a surplus of 128 billion. That is a, you know what that turnaround is? Do the math. That's a three, almost a four, it's a $410 billion turnaround. The poverty rate dropped to 11.8%, lowest it's ever been. And you know what was more important? The crime rate dropped. You know why? Because niggas was scared to create crimes. Negroes were scared to commit crimes. White folks were scared to commit crimes because they knew for a fact if they committed a crime and you got caught, William Jefferson Clinton was going to read you the book. Remember what happened with Rodney King? You know what happened with Rodney King? Rodney King got beat during the Clinton era. You know what happened to those cops? Go look them up. Go look them up. So economic wise, check. Someone said, "Yeah, but I like my president with integrity." And Bill Clinton had no integrity. Well, let's look up. I think that is false. Let's look up what exactly is integrity. What exactly is integrity? Integrity is, to me, is you mean what you say and you do what you say you're going to do and you keep your word. That's integrity. And Bill Clinton said, when I leave this White House, your jobs will be up, your inflation will be down, crime will be at an all time low, people will be able to own homes and invest in their future and be able to buy homes and leave them for their kids when they get older. Everything he said he was going to do, he did. You name me a president that's done that. What did Barack Obama do that he said he was going to do? Give us Obama phones? Okay. All right. You got an Obama phone. Obamacare? Okay. I didn't really, it really did nothing for me because I had my own health care anyway. But Obamacare was pretty good. I do realize Obama was hamstringed, but then Obama did a lot of fuck shit too. Integrity is, to me, you do what you say you're going to do and you keep your word. That's what he did. What's up, BK Banger? He kept his word. So that's integrity to me. That's morality to me. What has the current president done except install hate and make America hate again? I'll tell you one thing. All this fuck shit that's going on right now would have never taken place if William Jefferson Clinton was at the White House. And people say Hillary would have been just as bad, but she wouldn't have because Hillary has something that Donald Trump and Obama don't have. She got William Jefferson Clinton as a husband. That's something Obama don't got. That's something Trump don't got. Hillary wouldn't have been running that White House. She just would have been the face. She just would have been the face. And again, I mentioned Obamacare. Obamacare was good for some people. I just said I didn't benefit from it. I didn't say it was a bad thing. I think it was a good thing. And the Obama phones, all the other policies that he did that went through wasn't I wasn't really in favor of. And then Clinton comes and the people say, "Well, someone told me our people are still recovering from the crime bill that Bill Clinton signed." He said, "We're still recovering." My boy Derek told me. And my response was, "Who? Who's still recovering? I'm not, because I don't commit crimes." So Bill Clinton's crime bill I was okay with it because I don't commit crimes. So people get mad at me when I say it. I said, I only care about what affects me, my 5 year old, her mother, my other baby mama, my other daughter, my oldest daughter, my brother, my sister in law, my immediate family, as you should. None of them got locked up under Bill Clinton. None of them had indulged in a three-strike rule because they didn't get any strikes. None of them had to worry about a crime bill. I'm not recovering from that. Now, granted, if you're black or what have you, a lot of black people had an issue with it, and you spent a lot of time in jail, or you go to street, you walk the streets attempting to do fuck shit a lot, you probably wouldn't like Bill Clinton. I get it. I get it. You probably wouldn't like Bill Clinton. But if you're a person like me who's never spent a day in jail, just lived my life on the straight and narrow, live my life by the words of Slick Rick, straight and narrow or your soul gets cast. Good, 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 good night. If you live your now on the straight and narrow, you ain't got to worry about a crime bill. What do I care about three strikes? I never got one. Let's not act like he was just putting niggas in jail for no reason or you getting one strike. I can see if you made one mistake and Bill Clinton threw you in jail. I get it. I would say, okay, that's unfair. He giving you three strikes. You got, and they got to be felonies. So a lot of black people have that misconstrued. How could you like Bill Clinton? He gave us the three-strike rule. Well, nigga, what was you doing the first two strikes? Three strikes, you out. That we learned that when we was in grade school. In baseball, you get three strikes. If you swing once, you're not strike out. If you swing and miss twice, you still get one more shot. What, you gonna sit up there all day long and swing the bat until you get a hit? You can't do that. You can't do that. You just can't sit up there all day swinging a bat and just give you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to mess up. He gave you three strikes. And people say, oh, you get caught for weed and you get thrown in jail. But that's not factual. If you get caught for weed, it was if you get caught for weed on your third strike and you already have two felonies, previous felonies, and you get caught with enough weed to be considered a felony, meaning a whole lot of weed, then yes, you're going to jail. If you get caught with enough weed that they can consider the intent to sell, yes, you're going to jail. But you know what, nigga? You deserve to go to jail. Why are you riding around with all that weed any goddamn way? Why do you have all that weed in your house where your kids lay their head at? You get caught doing some F shit like that, you deserve to go to jail. And you done got caught two times before that. Don't blame that on Bill Clinton. Blame that on yourself. And yes, and Matty, I saw your statement. You are absolutely right. She's no Bill Clinton. But my point is, Bill Clinton would have been running the White House. Hillary don't know how to run a White House. But the only reason she had that confidence to run it, the only reason I had confidence to run it, because I know Bill was going to be running it. Hillary wasn't going to be running that. She's just going to come out there and say the speeches that Bill prepares for her. You can't tell them who can run the country behind closed doors. She just would have been come out there making them speeches. She would have been going back like, so Bill, what do we do? Honey, what do we do? Well, you got to do this right here, Hillary. You got this all wrong. You got to get onto the table and open wide to suck the dick. That's all Monica Lewinsky was doing. Help him think. You cough too much. Get from under that table. Monica, move aside, Hillary. Let her show you how to do it. So when I put together all that, every president before him, first Democrat to go 2 terms since what? Franklin Delano Roosevelt? That's way before y'all's time. Created a total budget in 8 years, a surplus of 63 billion after his team succeeded presidents would report large budget deficits. Created 10 years of economic growth by raising taxes on the rich, reforming the welfare program, and signing in the NFTA, NAFTA. He's also credited with being created the most jobs. The only thing that he did not do was restructure Social Security and Medicare. That's the only 2 things, or the only one thing that he was unable to do. He wanted to do it, but the other things took uh, preference. And they didn't pass Hillary Care. He was trying to set that up. But because they didn't pass that, he did pass 2 other health laws. He also created the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. It permits workers to keep their company sponsored health insurance plan for 18 months after layoff. So if you're laid off, in the act that he created, if you get laid off, you see how now if you get laid off or fired, your health care is gone when the month is up. But during Bill Clinton's time, you can keep your health care up to 18 months after you've been laid off. That man is the GOAT. Case closed. I don't want to hear no more about it. Everything you want in the president: economically rebuild, universally growth, prosperity in all races, no matter what color, no matter what your income is. You feel safe in the street. You can go outside and not worry about, you know what? Somebody might come shank me. You know what? If I get pulled over by a police, they might shoot me because I got a ticket. You ain't got to worry about that. That's my backing. That's my reasoning. I ask people nowadays, give me one good thing. Why do you, especially black people, why do you like Donald Trump? Give me one good reason. Well, he's going to take out the pedophiles. He's going to take down Hollywood. What do I care? Tom Hanks will be in jail, but I'll still be getting my ass beat by the cops. Nah, that ain't it. Ellen DeGeneres had a he's gonna take down the human traffickers in Hollywood. Did you see Ellen DeGeneres? She had an ankle monitor on. Could care less. How is that going to affect my biracial daughter when she's going out? How is that going to affect somebody white from killing her because she's biracial? How's that going to affect her when she gets old enough to drive that the police don't pull her over? What's going to happen to them if they pull me over with her in the car and beat me senseless with my 5-year-old in the back watching? What's going to happen to it? What's going to happen to those police if they do that? They feel comfortable enough right now under the current jurisdiction that we have that has only convicted 3 police officers out of all the niggas' asses they beat and killed. Only 3 have been convicted, and one of them was Chinese. He wasn't even white. They feel comfortable enough that they can do this, and they say, you know what? The president said, don't be easy on them, dominate them. So that's what we're doing. And he was sitting there with his knee on that man's neck, with his hand in his pocket, like he was taking a picture for the GQ magazine. And as people said, get off his neck, get off his neck, bro, he's dead. He smirked at him. And you know what he was thinking? Donald Trump got my back. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Nothing's gonna happen to me. He got my back. He said, don't be easy on him. His number one supporter is David Dukes, the leader of the KKK. He told us at his inauguration speech to knock the shit out of anybody who wasn't a Trump supporter. And he knew that most of those people were black. As he sat there and watched white people push and hit the black people that was at his inauguration speech. And they seen him condone it. And you're going to sit and tell me, because you go on YouTube and listen to a couple of YouTube journalists that didn't go to school, didn't earn nothing. They're earning a couple of bucks on YouTube and got a couple of followers. Now all of a sudden they're goddamn journalists. Man, miss me with that shit. You want to convince me that this is a good dude? You're going to convince me that Donald Trump is a good dude? When he told you from the beginning, he don't give a hell about, he showed you he don't care about blacks. He don't care about nobody poor. There is no middle class. There hasn't been a middle class since Bill Clinton left. When Bill Clinton left, the middle class left. There's only a rich and a less fortunate. Look at all the hate that we have walking around this country. The KKK has now feel comfortable enough to take their mask off and say, "Look at me. We hate blacks. What you gonna do about it?" And he'll stand up there and say, "Those are good people." And that dude, you want to convince me, is a good dude? Come on, man. Not saying hate hasn't been around forever. I'm not saying hate hasn't. Of course, hate has been around, but you know what? It was much more hidden. It was much more hidden, and I can deal with hidden hate because hidden hate means racism has been around forever. There's been racist cops forever, but you know what? I'm sure there's racist cops all over the world. But if they know there's going to be repercussion if they show it, they're going to be more hesitant to show it. He's enhanced it. Exactly. He's enhanced it. And he's made people more comfortable to hate and show hate. America was, I would have never said. The other day I said, you know what? I wish I was Canadian. Went and shelled out thousands of dollars for a condo in Canada. I never would have done that. I never would have thought of myself doing this because I consider America the greatest country ever. I've always been proud to be an American. Everybody wanted to be an American. Everybody wanted to be in America. Everybody wanted to come to America for a chance, for an opportunity. Everybody was envious. Wow, Americans. Wow, that country, they're free. You know what America is right now? The laughing stock. The laughing stock. But the media and the elites have always been around. So I'm not going to blame it on them because the media can't cover what don't exist. The media was around when Bill Clinton was president. The media was around when Ronald Reagan was president. The media was around when JFK was president. The media and the elites have been around forever. They didn't just come out. But I always say, you can't report if there's nothing to report. So once November comes and y'all go out there, I just and encourage you to go vote. I don't care who you vote for. Go out there and vote. Vote for your people in your community. Vote for, your mayor, your governor, your commissioners, your fire chief. Vote for the people that's in your community. Just vote. I don't care who you vote for. Go out there and let your voice be heard, even if you think it don't make a difference. Let your voice be heard. At least you can say, hey, my voice was heard. I went out to the polls. I expressed who I felt was best. Going back to the top subject of the day, and we started it off, and we're going to recap and close. Will the song with 6ix9ine, the song is called Trolls, will it finally end Nicki Minaj? And we're starting off right now. It's not starting off that great. Now, what I'm hoping for is once the song comes out, I'm hoping for a not so ignorant 6ix9ine. I haven't heard the song, so I don't know what the song is about. I don't know if anyone out there has heard it. I haven't heard the song. I don't know whether Friday is going to be the first time anybody hears it or what have you. I don't like the move. I'm not going to kill Nicki for it only based on the fact that she did a song with him before. So I'm not going to say she's trying to hop on the bandwagon. I will give her credit for her loyalty because she's proven she did it with Kanye West. She's proven that if you stay loyal to her, she'll stay loyal to you. She's come back to ASAP Ferg a couple of times. She was loyal to Kanye West, because Kanye's always stepped up and said Nicki was the queen of rap. It was during the time when Monster, Kanye's the one that came out and said she killed all the men on the. Like, Jay, I'm never gonna say that. Jay's never gonna admit that she had a better verse than him. He'll never do it. But Kanye did for him. I just want to see Nicki go out on top. And me, I would have said, you know what? I got my number one. So now y'all can't hold that over my head. That song might even be nominated for a Grammy. She's got an outside shot of getting a Grammy. But you see, before that happens, you see they've removed her from the song. You see? They removed her from the song. So now if the song gets a Grammy, Nicki won't get a Grammy. She got the number one, but they're trying their best to taint it. They're trying their best to taint it. And she's trying to get new body from Kanye. And I believe Kanye is going to release the song. I do believe because Nicki and him have a good relationship, she's going to go to him and she's going to ask to release the song and get the song released. And I believe Kanye will do it. I don't know when, but I believe it's going to be soon. She's going to release it. Hopefully, she gets a chance to release that record. You know, I don't know how well it's doing the charts because everybody's heard it. I would have much rather wanted if that song wasn't going to be released, and I would have much rather loved if the song was never heard. But 6ix9ine is not sitting well right now with Billboard. He's everybody in the game or something. And then what this is going to do is just create even more. Nicki's desperate. Nicki accepts anything. Nicki supports pedophiles and child abusers and jailbirds and this and that. She'd probably snitch too if she's supporting a snitch. All of those things is going to get regurgitated come Friday. So all the Nicki fans, be ready. Be ready. But if you're saying, oh, well, we don't care, okay? If you're saying you don't care, if you're saying Nicki don't care, then that's fine. I shouldn't hear any complaints. And like I said, I believe that song will get 50 million views, not saying the first day. I believe when it reaches 50 million views, I predict it's going to have 1 million dislikes. That's just my opinion. I believe it will have, a million likes. I predict it's going to have a million dislikes, and that is hard to do. Go through any YouTube, go through any YouTube, go to any video on YouTube, and see how many you find that has a million dislikes. There is not many, but I predict that Nicki and 6ix9ine will get a million dislikes on this song. Nope, they didn't. Um, 6ix9ine is signed. Leor Cohen backs him, even though he's not technically signed to Leor, but he is. Leor is, trying to boost his career, what have you. He's gonna do the locked up with Akon, and now this song with Nicki. And just be ready to all the Nicki fans. That's all. I want to thank everybody, man. Y'all really held me down. Um, Great show, great input. Anybody have something to say? Here we go, real quickly. Here's the link. Boom. Here's the link, y'all. Hit the link. It's going to ask you to fill out your name. If you want to comment on anything, the Nicki Minaj song, Beyonce 100 million, reality stars, Illuminati reality stars, or the GOAT, Bill Clinton, William Jefferson. That's not up for debate. I already owned y'all with that. No needing to go any further. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, I'm just joking. There is the link. If you want to ask any questions, if you want to come on, bring yourself on, speak to the crowd. Y'all always be like, yeah, yeah, I'm going to say something. But then when I ask y'all never say nothing. Y'all don't want to come on. Oh, well, I guess that just means I'm right. So thank everybody for coming out. We'll just take that as you right, Jai. You right. You right, H. You right, Heaven. You right. Y'all want to thank everybody, man. I want to thank KC. Y'all scared. Y'all scared to come up here. I'm lit tonight. Matt T said, go lay down. You coming to lay down with me? Mm-hmm. Watch, he gonna be stuck. No answer. You telling me to go lay down. Hope you coming behind me in a thong. All right, y'all. More money. Thank you, Casey, Chunky, Matty, Nikita, Jimmy Ace. Who else? More money. Thank you, Desert Storm Ambitious. Who else we got up here? Sabine. Thank you. Am I concerned with what Nicki husband says? She asked. No, not really. La Femi,
No, not really.
what's up?
Hi, can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yay! Okay, so hi. I just want to say, I just want to say a couple of things about Beyonce and Nicki.
Okay.
All right, so first of all, I just need Beyonce to sit down. I really need her to sit down. Acting is not her forte. I don't want to hear the voiceover. The accent is just too much. Just hand me the
Wow.
flat
You
screen.
telling the
Yes.
queen to sit down? How dare you?
I know Lisa Ray might come for me, but it's okay. It's fine. I'm nobody to her. But I just feel like, you're correct. We all recognize that Beyonce now, she has a little bit more courageous haters than before.
Correct.
Before you would see maybe one or two, oh, she's overrated or whatever. And now it's like the cavalry's coming out.
Right.
Her
Why do you
star.
think that is?
Um, I think people she made a few mistakes, right? I don't know if you realize it, like her last few performances when she was at oh my gosh, the Formation tour,
Mm-hmm.
and what is that huge thing they be having?
Coachella?
Coachella, yes.
Okay.
She's been messing up more than she used to, right? She's making
Interesting.
mistakes, things she wasn't doing before. She's no longer perfect in everyone's eyes. The
Mm.
diehard fans are like, Queen B, she can do no wrong, but you
Right.
can't. That's not something we were seeing before with her. And also, it's like
Good point.
Beyonce, I don't know. She's not relatable. She really isn't relatable. When you
Very,
look
really
at,
not. That's a great point.
she's not relatable. A lot of celebrities, they get in contact with their fans. They go on Twitter. When she comes on, it's not like she's chatting with her fans.
Right. She's
She
coming
has
on to
a
promote something.
she's promoting something. She has a pre-recorded message where it's like, is it her? Is it her clone? It's just odd. It's just
Her
really,
is
really
her
odd.
assistant. Is her assistant running her Twitter?
Yeah.
That is a good point.
Do you have cue cards up? Somebody has a cue card. You're trying to figure out which angle to look like. Like it's too much. I'm over it. I'm done with her. I don't want to see her in any more movies. I don't want to hear
Wow.
her voice in any movies. It's just no.
Wow. You don't want to hear that old Southern twang?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Fighting Temptations, Obsessed. Um, what else? The one that won the Oscar. That Jennifer Hudson won the Oscar for. Like, no, I just don't. I'm no,
Wow.
no. The Lion King was supposed to be such an enjoyable movie. The minute I heard
Yes.
her voice,
Yes.
oh man, you don't see, you don't hear somebody committed to the part. You hear Beyonce. Every role that she's in, it's Beyonce. You
Didn't
can't.
I say that earlier? She's echoing my words. She's absolutely right.
It's it's
She's
it's
absolutely right. She
it's
doesn't sell you. She does not sell you on the role.
no, no, and I believe that the $100 million contracts should be gifted to those people who actually went to school for it. Now, I'm not saying that the stars who cross over into acting are not talented. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind
Right.
of unfair. You see people who are spending money to go to Juilliard, all of these prestigious schools, and they actually excelled in their craft, and you give those positions away to
Wow.
somebody like Beyonce. I don't think that's fair.
That's kind of like the whole Kendall Jenner modeling thing that people have that a lot of models have an issue with.
Yes.
Um, we go to modeling school. I've went here. I've walked in this show, and then here you come with this reality star who's not even a real model. Let's be clear,
Mm-hmm.
and she's getting paid the big bucks, the
Right.
bucks that I should be getting paid.
Exactly. And just because she got new lips like mine, it doesn't make sense. It's not fair. It's
That
not
is such a
fair.
good point. What you got on Nikki?
I love her. I love her. So I feel like she can do no wrong in my eyes when it comes to music. She's
Right.
just excellent. Honestly, she's excellent. I don't know about the move with 6ix9ine. I'm torn because I feel like her
You're a
history.
real fan, so you can already tell you're a real fan because you
I
said
am,
you're
but
torn.
but but I'm torn because I feel like she has a history of making some bad decisions, such
Okay.
as her partner, her husband. I don't think that was a good decision. But you know what? Love is love. You do what you want to do. But I still don't think it was a good decision. I don't think it's a good look.
Me neither.
It'll be something that people are praying for a divorce. You know that people are praying. They know it's going to happen. They're just looking for that to happen. You already hear the rumors. Oh, he's paid security. He's super controlling this and that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, none of us know what really goes on in their relationship.
Correct.
However, the thing with 6ix9ine is that you're married to a street dude, right? So if you're
Hmm.
married to a street dude, I would think that he would be like, babe, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good move. That's how I feel. I feel
Mm.
like he would be saying that. It's crazy. You give the meeks of the world an opportunity to be chuckling, and I just don't
Right.
like that. You know what I'm saying?
And let me tell you what I got from that, and I'll let you continue. Let me tell you what I got from that. I believe that her doing this song with 6ix9ine shows me more than ever that if they're not together now, when she made that decision, they were not together. Because there is no way he would have sat back as controlling as he is. There's no way he would have sat back. You're talking about the same dude that wouldn't even allow 50 Cent to sit next to her in an interview. So if this dude, this shows me more than ever that when this decision was made, they were not together. And
I
that's the reason why it's happening and it's going through. Um, whether they're together now or not, I'm hearing that they worked it out. They were having issues, but he never left the house. So anybody that's saying, "Oh, he left," I heard he was just moved to the other side of the house. Um, but I'm hearing they're working things out. Unfortunately, but I do believe that when that decision was made, they were not on speaking terms. So whatever he said, she didn't care about, or she didn't confide in him. And now, since they are back on speaking terms, it's too late. She can't stop it now. I think she already did the video or what have you. So that's what I got on that.
correct, correct. So let me ask you this, Heaven. Nikki, if she was with Meek Mill, if she
Ooh.
was with Meek Mill at this moment, would
Mm.
this have happened? Would she have been doing the song with Doja Cat? How would he have handled that? Would she have done this song with 6ix9ine?
That's a great question. I totally believe that when she was doing records with Meek, when she was with Meek, to me, now this is just my opinion, that is when she did her worst music. When she was with Meek Mill, I don't know whether it was them tight pants. I don't know what it was that made her just become like. Remember, she came on and said, "I just couldn't think. I was brain locked." This dude will make you brain locked.
Yeah.
She couldn't think of no lyrics. Every song was about him. There was
Strong.
these love songs, and the songs that she didn't make was not Nicki Minaj. It just didn't sound like Nicki Minaj.
It's true.
And she started twerking. Nicki was never twerking.
Never.
She
She
started
wasn't doing.
twerking and went off. I'm like, what is this dude doing?
Mhm.
And when she was with Meek, like I said, I'll never forget. I don't care. It wasn't his. He's not the one who said it, but I totally blame him. I totally blame Yo Miley was good on Meek Mill. I blame that whole situation on Meek Mill putting the battery in her back and her out there, with Meek Mill. And I blame her relationship that is no more with Drake. I blame that on Meek Mill because that's when it happened. Her relationship with Drake hit the skids because of Meek Mill. So
Yeah.
I think right now, if she was with Meek Mill, she wouldn't be making any good music, because he's so insecure, he would want all her records that she's making to be with him.
I agree. I agree. And I believe that the songs that were awesome for him were terrible for her.
Exactly. I definitely agree. I said, where are you from?
I'm from Barbados. I'm from Barbados, so I
Hey,
love
there you
Brooklyn.
go.
Yeah.
Bayesian gal.
Yes. So I just want to say my 2 cents about Beyonce and Nicki. Show love to you guys. I had
Hey,
so
we
much
thank
fun with
you.
y'all. And thank you, thank you, thank you.
Not a problem. Thank you for joining us. Hey, really good points. Not Femi. Really good points. That was great. We have people. You see how easy it is? You come on here, you make your points, show some love. Oh man, La Femi, we thank you. We thank you. Yeah, he always brought out the hood. Matt T, absolutely right. Brought the hood out. Mink, thank you. Chunky, Money, Jayla, um, who else was in here? All y'all. Jimmy Ace. I thank everybody, man. Your boy Heaven Hollywood. Yo, check me out. Follow me, Heaven Hollywood, everywhere on everything. It's at Heaven Hollywood. All right. Love y'all, man. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.